The countdown is on. All eyes are on Paris. It's a day the city's been waiting for, the day of the Olympics. The games officially open today. They will continue till the 11th of August. And France is leaving no stone unturned. After all, it's the first time that they're hosting the games in a century. Paris last hosted the Olympics in 1924, so it's been exactly 100 years. In 2 hours from now, the opening ceremony will kick off, and it will be a spectacle. For the first time in the history of the Olympics, it's not happening in a stadium. Instead, the opening ceremony will be held along the river Seine. France is calling it the biggest open-air show ever. And they aren't exaggerating. More than 8,000 athletes will glide down the river almost like a sporting armada. There will be light shows, dancers, acrobats, floating pianos, helicopters, and even a few submarines. Watching them from the banks will be 300,000 people, along with 100 heads of state and other important leaders. The boats will travel for 6 kilometers. They will arrive opposite the Eiffel Tower. The Olympic cauldron will be lit, and French President Emmanuel Macron will declare the games open. Like I said, a theatrical spectacle. That's what France wants. But it's not an easy feat to pull off. It's taken Paris 2 years, thousands of soldiers and utmost secrecy to chart out this plan. During the ceremony, 45,000 police officers will patrol the streets. Joining them will be 10,000 soldiers and 20,000 private security guards. There's a no-fly zone over the capital. Central Paris is now a fortress. The banks of the Seine are sealed. There are metal barriers everywhere. You can't stroll along the river. Only residents and those with hotel bookings can access this area. Snipers will be present on every high point. That's hundreds of buildings along the route. They will be on the lookout for any threats. Navy divers will be present in the waters. Every boat will be screened. And the army will be in charge of anti-drone operations. So the French have left nothing to chance. It's a massive security exercise, and you can understand why. An open-air ceremony may be a grand spectacle, but there's a reason why countries haven't done it yet. It comes at a huge cost. It's given France cold sweats ever since it was announced. There are security hiccups, multiple risks, and looming terror threats. So can Paris truly secure the games? Look at what happened today. France has 4 main high-speed railway lines. 4. They connect Paris to the rest of the country. All 4 of them were attacked today. 3 were disrupted. The 4th one was not. These attacks were coordinated. They derailed the entire railway system. Eyewitnesses say they saw arsonists damaging signal boxes and tracks. France has called it an act of sabotage.
Our network of high-speed lines has been the target of operations of criminal sabotage throughout the night, at around 4 o'clock in the morning. These high-speed lines have been impacted at different levels.
The timing couldn't have been worse. 800,000 passengers were stranded. The damage was quite heavy. The operations haven't been completely restored yet, and it's affecting other trains in Europe. 1 out of every 4 Eurostar trains have been cancelled. It even forced UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer to change his travel plans to get to the Olympics.
I'm not particularly afraid, but it's true that it's still quite worrying. It's very worrying that this happens on the major train lines. I hope nothing happens in Paris during the opening of the Olympics that worries me, actually.
There was also a bomb threat at a Franco-Swiss airport. It was briefly evacuated, the airport, but nothing happened. Having said that, incidents like this, just ahead of the Olympics, are a cause of concern, although France insists that there's nothing to worry about, and the Olympic Association says it trusts Paris.
No, I don't have concern. We have full confidence in the French authorities. All the measures are being taken, and the French authorities are assisted by 180 other intelligence services around the world, and not only by information, some of them are even deploying their human resources, and so we have good reasons to have full confidence.
Full confidence, he says, after an act of sabotage. Also, there's food shortages. Athletes in the Olympic Village are complaining about it. They say there isn't enough food. Eggs are being rationed. Meat is running out. Of course, Paris has denied it. It says there's a high demand for meals, so they'll ramp up production. They must do it fast because a total of 13 million meals will be served during the Olympics. So while Paris has had some misses, there have also been a few hits. This is an event of many firsts. For the first time, men and women will have equal representation at the Games. 5,250 male athletes will compete, along with 5,250 female athletes. So complete gender parity. It's a first for the Olympics. Plus, Paris promises to be the greenest Olympics in history. The athletes' village has no air conditioning. 60% of the food is vegetarian, and existing infrastructure is being used. So Paris is really aiming for that green gold. They may have had a few hiccups on the way, but we do hope that they have a good run ahead.
Across continents, one powerful news source.
Bringing you diverse perspectives on the issues that matter.
We go beyond the boundaries to give you that little extra about every sporting moment.
So thank you for making Firstpost 5 million strong. We're counting on your support, and you can trust us to bring you the news unfiltered and unvarnished.
Climate change is on our doorstep. It's time for a revolution to take root. And it starts with 1.4 billion Indians. It starts with one tree for humanity, one tree for Mother Earth, one tree for a future. Project One Tree, a News 18 network initiative.
On the show today, the T20 World Cup bandwagon has moved across to the West Indies. What can you expect from this?
Hello, I'm Alison Green, coming to you from Durban, South Africa. Today we have a special show.
Start with a report on India's shifting nuclear posture. For the first time since India officially became a nuclear power.
Hello and welcome to Firstpost.